Of Blacktown. Both these schools very, very impressive in winning their matches in the round of 16. Sean Garlick joins me in commentary. Sean, I don't know about you, but I'm going to sit on the fence for this one.
Well, I'm going to go with St Greg's. I particularly like the way they played their last game against Erindale. Virtually blew them off the park with a 19-0 lead by half-time. If they can start the game in a similar way today, Blacktown are in a bit of trouble.
Well, let's have a look at the fact sheet. St Gregorys College of Campbelltown, as we know, 8 times Cup champions.
Yeah, the game we spoke about against Erindale, they went on to win 23 points to 12. And what will help them today is they're fielding the exact same side. And the fact sheet for Patrician brothers Blacktown, they beat Fairfield last round. That's right, in a very good game, 18 points to 8. But what we don't see there is the fact that they've met St Greg's twice this year in the local competition, and St Greg's have come up victorious on 2 occasions, so that should entitle them to slight favouritism.
As long as the starting side I've got, Sean, is the right one. And these are the slight favourites. St Gregorys College Campbelltown first won the Cup back in 1979. They last won the Cup in 1993. And here's their side today. Potter at fullback, Primmer and Howe on the wings, Masters and Hesh in the centres, Christian Mullins the halves. And the forwards, Michael Howe, captain, Fitzpatrick, Hoffman, Cochrane, Butcher and Cartwright. Their coach of their 2000 campaign, Simon Huntley.
Team from St Gregorys at Campbelltown.
And the blue and gold of Patrician brothers Blacktown, only their 3rd year in the competition, and looking to win their way through to the semi-finals, where if they do win, they will play the Queensland champions. Their side today, Mowbray, Kerr, Scott, Couchy, Lawrence, the halves Jardina and Lindner, and the forwards Martinez, Whiteside, Paulo, Tawisha, Sean Lestrange the captain, Tuamai, and their coaches Matt Cameron.
Your referee for the New Gregorys Cup, Big Lewis, judges Paul Holland and George Gimkowski.
And Mick Lewis has charge of this second quarter final. Blacktown running from left to right for the first half. Stephen Mowbray gets us underway. Man of the match last time we saw Blacktown in action. And as Sean mentioned, St Gregorys made a superb start in their last match when they took on Erindale College. They led 19-0 in the first half. And on the first tackle, they receive a penalty for Blacktown inside the 10.
Blacktown very keen to get up in defence early, looking to put pressure on St Greg's. And St Greg's running with a bit of a breeze in this first half. That'll help them with their ambition to start well, as they have in the last game.
Touch finder from Riley Mullins gives them a chance inside the Blacktown half.
Side, don't tap it until he's right. He's out the field to play when you're right.
So from the restart, 40 metres away from the St Greg's, or from the Blacktown line, and it's the St Greg's centre, Luke Hessian. They look pretty good across the park without having too many stars in their side. St Greg's a very good team effort. In the round of 16, Red Cochrane is 25 metres away from the line. They've got a strong bench as well, St Gregorys. And this is one of them, Nathan Bagg, who's now only 15 metres away from the line. David Butcher in a dummy half and attacking that right side. Mullins 10 metres away and busy with Howell, now only 5 away from the line. Early pressure, it's all on Blacktown. And again they try the blind side, St Greg's. A real test of their mettle. 5th tackle here for St Greg's. And it's with Michael Howell. Good pressure from the Blacktown defence. They'll get a changeover out of this. That is excellent work from Blacktown Patrician brothers, and they'll come up with the ball on their 10-metre line.
They started giving great confidence Blacktown early. They were forced to defend on their line. We had St Greg's that were very enthusiastic and energetic early, and that should keep them in good step for the rest of the game, Blacktown.
the red around the headgear is Junior Paulo. Another strong performer from the round of 16. Lestrange, a dummy half. And then for Jared Whiteside. So two very physical packs of forwards, free running forward packs. Certainly set up their victories in the round of 16. 35 away from their own line. Lestrange is the captain of Blacktown. His first dart for the day. 5th tackle. Chance to attempt a 40-20. Bit of breeze about here in Newcastle. This kick straight down the throat of David Howe. Try scorer from that last match. Taken front on by Martinez, and right at the finish there's a little bit to be concerned about. He's got both Brett Scott and David Martinez.
We're dangerous position, okay? We're taking it nice and simple, okay?
Here it is, the tackle again. Not sure whether there was much intent, although we do see some lifting there, and ooh, it was dangerous the way he ended up, young Howe. Looking to get to the ground, but Blacktown defence wanted to push him back.
Scott, the chief perpetrator there. Another opportunity inside the Blacktown half for St Greg's. Butcher starts it for Cochrane. St Gregory's College, a number of boarders at the school, and a lot of these players are from all parts around, not just New South Wales, a couple of Queenslanders, a South Australian in their squad as well. There's 200 boarders at St Gregory's College these days. First error from St Greg's there. And Blacktown back with it. And to compound that drop ball, they're inside the 10 and a penalty on the Blacktown 40. And Lestrange wants the quick tap. Ran away from his supports and back to halfway. So they've been able to withstand that early challenge and now come back with some of their own. Martinez blindside, 40 away from the St Greg's line. Back in for Paulo. As if he stepped out of the boxing ring with that headgear. Now 30 away from the line. Lestrange has been very busy so far. Martinez up to the St Greg's 20. Not a good pass there for Lindner. Able to feed it along for Jardina. Then the cutout ball. Not finding the mark, but now fielded by Stuart Kerr. Had a little bit of room to work with, but it was equally good the work of Matt Primmer to get him over the sideline.
Yeah, good defence there from St Greg's, but I think Blacktown will be disappointed with the way they structured that set. A couple of bad pass from dummy half, and then it was followed on through the back line. In the end, he let him get on the outside of him there, Matt Primmer, pushed him over the sideline. Good work.
Scrum 20 metres away from the St Greg's line.
Stay in. Ball's out.
It's the winner of this match to play the Queensland champions in the semis, and St Greg's away. Good run there from Matt Primmer. He's enjoyed the last few minutes. Queensland champion yet to be determined. All the mail from the border is that Palm Beach Currumbin, the beaten finalists from last year, are the standout school. Brett Cochrane. There's a few boys up in North Queensland that might like to argue that. The team of Kerwin High. And now Mullins across with Christian. He's their goal kicker. And able to slip that ball around the corner. Nice work from the 5'8". 5th tackle. 25 metres away from the Blacktown line. Last time they got to the last tackle here, it wasn't a good finish. And again, this time it's terrible. Howe's kick over the dead ball line on the full.
Well, I suppose it was the right idea. Howe just didn't execute it the way he would have liked. He would like that ball to pull up in the in goal. Just went to the line. Would have been nice, just not so much weight on it. Put it down to a bit of early game adrenaline.
The Tuamine comes back. He's got 15 on his back, but he was in the starting lineup today. Junior Paulo. There's a story about the number 8 jumper, Denny Lima, on the bench. Number 8's the only jumper that fits him. Jared Whiteside to the 40-metre line. And now Stephen Mowbray. Last time we saw the Mowbray packed in the scrum at lock. He's back to his preferred position of fullback today. Now, well, I was going to say he lost that of his own accord, but they've penalised Michael Howell for that. Then we get back to the ball carrier. Sean has to have, well, some responsibility, surely, to hang on to the football.
Yeah, that's right. It's a rule that's going to, I think, get some attention at the end of the year. And right throughout the grades, it's a fine line and makes it very hard for the referee to determine whether he's just let go of it or strip.
So here's a chance for Blacktown. Lestrange, and then with Lindner and on. Only 25 metres away from the line. Tuamai to play it. Wasn't a good play, the ball. Now Lindner again, inside for Whiteside. Working hard, this Blacktown forward pack. No score in the second quarter final. A chance here for Blacktown with Jardina. They're 5'8", 10 metres away from the line. Mowbray. One out, the fullback. It's a good talent though. Lindner. Right in front of the post of St Greg's. Paulo, quick hands. Likewise, Martinez for Scott. And Scott gets over for the try. Some pretty snappy work there from Blacktown. They're on the board with Brett Scott. And it's 4 points to 0.
It was just good ball handling, wasn't it? Didn't seem to be too much on out here. Looked like St Greg's had them covered, but went through the hands here. Then they just moved it on. Merlo attracted two into him. Martinez catch and pass in the one motion. And Scott, he was always going to score from there.
Yeah, the man who scores this try, Sean, missed their last game through injury. Panthers junior representative, only 17 years of age, and they tell me his inclusion certainly strengthens the team. Looks a likely customer. First scorer here today. Mowbray then has the kick. 5 in from touch and 21 metres away. And there, the college captain. Not the captain of the football side, though. His first kick of the day. Headed for that left upright, just wide. But Blacktown are on the board. And they lead St Gregorys by 4 points to 0. Of Campbelltown inserting first points. They kept their opponents scoreless last time the first 25 minutes. There's a good restart from Howe and has found the line. They will get the scrum feed.
That's exactly what St Greg's needed. You could have something go your way after conceding a try to put the ball into touch off the kickoff. Bit of confusion there in the Blacktown players. And the new rule will advantage the St Greg's. They get the feed, first attack at them.
Junior Paulo wasn't able to cut it off. What an opportunity for St Gregorys. Mullins from the scrum base. There was a dummy thrown there that Mowbray fell for and took out one of the support players. Fitzpatrick from dummy half, the second rower. Just across field, but only 2 metres out and 4 tackles up their sleeve. David Butcher away with Christian. The cutout ball, I'm not sure that that was required. It's ended up with Chris Potter. Still 5 away from the line. A bit more depth about their attack this time. That's better. Mullins on for Michael Howell. A lot of their skill comes from him, almost to Shepherd. Then for Fitzpatrick. Brushed away from Scott, but little Lindner hangs on. And then it comes back for Howell. Howell will get to the corner. But was he able to force the ball? A check with a touch judge. And Lewis is going to say that's a try. So for all, the try to Michael Howell. There was just a hit of a Shepherd in the lead-up. But it is on the board.
As you see here, that a player does go in front of the ball carrier. I don't know whether any defenders were obstructed. Fitzpatrick here brings in 2. He's able to flop back the ball. Howell is just standing still. I think he gets rid of Martinez and then to just use his own strength to get over. Put through the hands. Here it is. Howell just offloads it and comes back around, gets the ball back here off Fitzpatrick. Nothing doing. Just gets rid of Martinez there with strength. Throws a little dummy. Takes Paulo over with him.
And now it's over to Daniel Christian. Tough kick this. He has got the breeze of some assistance. And right from the sideline and 23 metres away. Christian's kick. He will ride the breeze in now, Daniel Christian, and it's over. His side is in front. Halligan couldn't have kicked that one any better. 6-4 to St Greg's.
Successful conversion to number 6, Daniel Christian. St Gregorys 6, Patrician Brothers 4 here at Marathon Stadium. The replacement player for Patrician Brothers at 18 is Rod Suara.
Stay behind, guys. Stay behind.
Blacktown made the start, an error from the kick-off. Now they find themselves behind. Will St Greg's get that roll on that they showed everyone last time out? They did all their damage in the first half. They need to make some changes from the bench. One week there for St Gregorys. They're 5 metres inside their own half. And now to the left, Michael Howe, the try scorer. Played with the Illawarra under-18 side this year. They reached the final of the SG Ball. One back for Mullins with that kick, a left footer. Sending Jared Lawrence back all the way to the in-goal area. Superb kick. Then the stumbles made it even better. And Lawrence has done well just to get 2 metres back into the field of play.
That's a good set of 6 there from St Greg's. And Riley Mullins showing his class. Very good kick that to find the space and then to trickle it into the in-goal. He's already showing his class early in this game.
Strange. They come with Tuamai. 3 defenders there and make it 4. Tuamai. And now Junior Paulo. Just like the looks of him, I know he missed or made the error from the restart of play that led to the try, but I think he's a talent, Junior Paulo. One to watch in this game, the number 11 for Blacktown. Reach the 5th tackle here. And they're on their own 30-metre line. Lindner having to kick into that breeze, and Lindner's kick is headed for the sideline. Potter's across, and back comes Chris Potter. Good chase through there from Couchy. On the 40, Chris Potter at fullback for St Greg's, wearing the jumper his father Mick wore many years ago, and away here with Rhett Cochran. Interesting though, Chris Potter, the fullback, his background is more rugby union. Now at a dummy half is Alan Luke. Little scurry for him. Paulo front on, stops him in his tracks. 35 away from the Blacktown line. Greg's up by 2, 6-4. 5th tackle here with Howell getting that kick in. This one may pull up and goes touch in goal, but the chase was on, and Stephen Mowbray was a pretty cool head at the back.
Yeah, even though the kick didn't work out the way they wanted, it was a fairly good set of 6 from St Greg's. They mixed it up. Good hands in the forwards, bring it out. A lot of variation there, some dummy half runs. I'd be happy with the way they're going so far. Simon Huntley, their coach, he'll say they're playing to instruction.
Paulo's ready again and off and running at Hessian. Carts the ball for 10 metres. Those 2 times Sean mentioned they've clashed this year. At the top of our show today, score lines from those matches, 18-16 and 24-6, both to St Greg's over Blacktown. I'm told even the 24-6 result was in the balance for much of the game. Here's Lestrange, blindside they go with Couchy. 5th tackle, 40 metres away from the St Greg's line. Bar their try-scoring opportunity, they haven't had too many chances in the attacking zone of St Greg's. Chases have been ruled offside here after some good work from Matt Primmer.
You're about 7 metres from him.
Penalty to St Greg's. Mick Lewis has said 7 metres offside. That's a fair margin.
It sure is, but I think it's just an indication of their enthusiasm. It's one thing they won't be able to be criticised about at half-time. Just they need to pull back a bit. Those penalties that are just giving St Greg's all the ascendancy in this first half.
Mick Lewis was being conservative. They were probably 15 metres offside, as a matter of fact, the first bloke who got through there. I thought that Primmer had fumbled, meaning he would be put onside. The ball never hit the deck. The bench of St Greg's looking pretty relaxed about it all at 6-4. Comes across for Howe, run around there with Christian, then the flat pass, not a good one. Almost a chance for Lawrence. Blacktown will come up with the ball, or will they? It'll be a knock on both ways. But for a moment there was an intercept screaming to be had.
Well, there's another set play we saw there from St Greg's. We saw 2 players come through as decoys. Only needed that flat ball to stick, and it would have been in some trouble out here, Blacktown. Showing a great deal of enterprise early.
the second handling error of the match. 6-4 the score to St Greg's. This scrum is twisted.
Okay, we're going to pack it again. The scrum had gone through 90. Okay. Any comfortable, it's inside me. Inside me, hold it. Take it loose.
Only the second handling error of the match. And St Greg's leading by 6 points to 4.
Let him go.
2 points that put them in front. A superb sideline conversion from their 5'8" Daniel Christian. Chihuahua's out there now in 18. Was in the centres last game. Blacktown 40 metres away from the line. Jed Masters comes up in defence. Little chance here. St Gregory's looking perhaps just a touch ragged in defence right now, although Martinez has decided to kick. The chase is on for Mowbray. Potter's getting across and is able to cut it off, and then a second tackle takes him back to the goal line, but Lewis wants him to play it.
A good piece of play there, and great work by Chris Potter. He came across, got low, and again now we see Blacktown conceding the penalty. Just doing too much in the tackle. Just lets St Greg's off the hook.
Well, I thought he probably could have got him on the previous tackle. This is the kick from Martinez and Mowbray getting through. Potter does well to clean up, but then this challenge, well, that's a second tackle. But then he allowed play to continue, and then this one I didn't think was such an offence. And he rules a penalty against Blacktown.
Maybe Mick Lewis realised the first time was got the opportunity, the second time he let it go.
Good fine man, Sean. Constable Garlic. Vag throws a short ball up. Left behind in the play, Daniel Cartwright, the front row for St Greg's, was slow to get to his feet as Alan Luke goes for another dart. They've got some good forwards. They've also got some good little men, St Greg's. Alan Luke is one of them coming off the bench. He's a startled rabbit at a dummy half. On halfway, he's there again. Throws a high ball for Mullins. In fact, that was Christian. Passing wide for Jed Masters. Nice battle developing out in this left centre. Masters against Brett Scott. Fifth tackle. And Mullins, the left foot, straight to Lawrence. On the right wing for Blacktown. Contest is everything we expected. I honestly believe before this match that a draw, a countback victory wouldn't surprise. The sides are that even. Right at the moment, it's St Greg's up by 6 points to 4. Paulo. Good tackle on Paulo. Losing the ball. Fielded by Lestrange. Wasn't Venom, the typical charge of Paulo, but he was dealt with by the defence.
And Lestrange very busy in around the ruck, taking the yards when he can from dummy half. On that occasion, a swoop on that loose ball. He's leading the way for his forwards at the moment.
Lindner, cut out ball there with Couchy. 5 metres inside the St Greg's half, and this is their final play in this set. Lindner tries the chip. It was knocked down there by Foran. Tackle count will restart. It ended up in the hands of Chihuahua, and they're 30 metres away from the St Greg's line. No doubt that the St Greg's man played at the ball. Jardina's pass. Line side, 20 metres away now. Blacktown down by 2. And Jardina. Some of the passing from dummy half's been a little awkward for the first receiver. Lestrange carries it to within 15 of the line. Lindner at dummy half, then for Paulo. Turning it back inside for Mowbray. Cartwright there in defence. So he's okay. But they are 10 away from the line. Then Lindner runs at the line. Nathan Lindner, and scores. Well, I think that's the first time in the match he's run the football. And he's caught them napping. The number 7, Nathan Lindner. 8-6 to Blacktown.
Yeah, I think it was just a case of St Greg's, the defence overreading things, worried about the plays on the outside of Lindner. He saw the defence just move away from him. A little gap appear, and he just took advantage of it and went straight through.
This is where the tackle count restarted, Sean. As I said in commentary, I don't think there was any doubt the man plays at the ball. It was a Lindner chip, and the right arm was stretched out of Foran. So I've got no dramas with Mick Lewis's decision to restart the count.
Yeah, I'm with you. Gave them the opportunity they needed down here. As we saw then, Howell just pointing to his runners and forgetting about the man with the ball. It was a good try by Lindner to sense it and go himself.
17 years of age and a member of the Eels Harold Matthews side from last year, Nathan Lindner. Stephen Mowbray, second kick, a little easier this time round. but it is wide. His side is in front. Goal kicking at the end of the day could be critical in deciding this quarter-final. 8-6 to Patrician Brothers Blacktown. Gregorys College restarting with Michael Howell at 8-6. 3 tries in this first half, 2 to Blacktown, 1 to St Greg's, and they've had trouble, haven't they, diffusing these kickoffs. There were 2 or 3 fumbles. At least they've come up with the ball this time.
Blacktown very fortunate there as we see them one more time. Is there a little knock on here? Watch it. Oh, just gathers into time. It's a good thing for Blacktown.
As close as you want to go for David Martinez. With that juggle, he's not a big lock forward. He did become the juggler that time. Lestrange, good metres, back over the 30-metre line for his side. The captain. And now Scott. First try scorer, collected a little high there by Howell over the top. Low was David Butcher. Lestrange infield with Lindner, pretty good set of 6. Back up to halfway, then the kick, and Potter cuts it off, 10 metres out from his own line. And the chasers there, led by Stephen Mowbray.
A good set of 6 there from Blacktown, just exploiting a bit of lazy marker work there. It's something Simon Huntley of St Greg's will tell them at half-time, I think, just to concentrate on the ruck area. The rest take care of itself.
Just a little sidelight to this game. The 2 coaches, they're actually teammates for the national championships. Simon Huntley is the coach of the New South Wales Combined Catholic Colleges side, and Matt Cameron, the coach of Blacktown Pats, will be the trainer. So for the next 7 days they will be working side by side. Their opponents here as Christian offloads for Vag. 35 away from the Blacktown line. Butcher. Blindside they go with Christian. He's only 20 metres away, allowed to run. The pass may have been a fraction forward, was put down in any case. Blacktown are back with it.
Yeah, Christian very dangerous there on the right side. Blacktown are going to have to watch him in the second half. He's starting to a little bit more room to move. Just seeing with the ball out in front. Dummies to kick, and then may have even tricked his outside winger there in Kremer.
Blacktown 25 metres away from their own line, leading by 8 points to 6. Made a handling error this half. Here's Scott almost away, and that battle between the 2 number 3s continues. Masters made the tackle. Lindner, back in it comes for Peters. Howell in defence. Final seconds of this first half. Lestrange at dummy half, and will accept the tackle of Cochrane. Very competitive football. Sudden death in the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Cup. Our second quarter-final. And Patrician Brothers Blacktown have their noses in front. We'll take a break. They lead St Greg's of Campbelltown by 8 points to 6. The perfect spin. We'll have to make it because we're going to lose that goal. It ended up in the hands of Tuara, and they're 30 metres away from the St Greg's line. No doubt that the St Greg's man played at the ball. Jardina's pass. Blindside, 20 metres away now. Blacktown down by 2. And Jardina. Some of the passing from dummy half's been a little awkward for the first receiver. Lestrange carries it to within 15 of the line. Lindner at dummy half, then for Paulo. Turning it back inside for Mowbray. Right there in defence, so he's okay, but they are 10 away from the line. Then Lindner runs at the line, Nathan Lindner, and scored.
Try to lead the Patrician Brothers goes to number 7, Nathan Lisner. Patrician Brothers 8, Gregorys 6, here at Marathon Stadium.
Side is back in front. Stephen Mowbray, slightly easier than his first attempt, but this one wide, and that will bring us to half-time. Very competitive first half. Kellogg's Nutrigrain Cup second quarter final. We will break with Patrician Brothers Blacktown leading St Gregorys College Campbelltown by 8 points to 6. And don't forget you can join the Knights Football Club here at Marathon Stadium today. For more information, see the membership outlets either at the front entrance or on the hill at the supporters shop. The focus selection, Project Parkinson's, it's a Hunter charity raising money for Parkinson's disease unit and the Hunters who ease the burden on the sufferers, the carers and their families. We come back with a score graphic here, and I'll throw it to it.
Will take place later on this evening here at Marathon Stadium.
No, we can do it now on the...
About to start the second half of the Nutrigrain Cup. Patrician Brothers first, Blacktown I should say, leading St Gregorys Campbelltown by 8 points to 6. Our next game will feature...
Well, none. It's just a history piece.
And Parramatta Mara.
Welcome back to Newcastle quarter-final, and Patrician Brothers Blacktown leading St Gregorys College by 8 points to 6 as we go back to the quarter-finals in 1996. And Little Wellington High, just 385 students, and Blaine Stanley, who's now the Sharks halfback, their number 7, took it up to the mighty Erindale College from Canberra. Richard Villasanti, a try scorer for the Erindale side. He's gone on to play first grade with the West Tigers. Likewise, Ben Router, star lock forward of this Erindale side, now playing with the North Queensland Cowboys. And Todd Payton, who was definitely the star, the real star of this Erindale side, now playing first grade with the Canberra Raiders. They won the match, but Little Wellington certainly gave them a fright. And back with the action now of the 2000 quarterfinals. And St Gregorys to start play for the second half.
Stay back, guys, both sides, stay back.
It's knockout football. So it'll be tears for one of the sides come the end of the next 25 minutes. We said in the first half, the winner of this game to play the Queensland champions in our semi-finals. So everything to play for. Over to Wisher. 30 away from his own line. Paulo able to offload with Tuamai. And already a pretty sharp start to the second half for Blacktown. They're 5 short of halfway. Try just before half-time. He's got their tails up. Strange. Caught with Tuamai. Just front on defence there to tackle Daniel Christian. And then with Linda. Scored that try just before the break. Matt Primmer on the right wing for St Greg's. 15 away from his own line. Back he comes.
Well, we've seen Blacktown carry on from where they left off in the first half. It was unbelievable to see they didn't make a handling error at all. Matt Cameron would have been very happy with that, to go a whole half of football without dropping the football. But, they continue that in the second half with this 2-point lead and the win behind them. It's going to be hard to beat.
Hessian played it, and Butcher and away. St Greg's running aggressively. Ryan Hoffman. Nice front on stuff there from David Tawisha. Taking him sideways and backwards. Butcher away there for Mullins. He was good in the first, well, I guess you could say the first half of the opening half, but a little quiet coming up to half-time. Howell gets a kick in here from 5 metres inside his own half. They're running into the breeze in their second half, so that's a terrific kick. It was from outside the 40, but finding the line and turning Blacktown right around.
Tanny, we can have a lock forward that can kick the ball like this. Exactly where he wanted it to. It rolled in the touch. We'll walk to the scrum now and with a good set of sense.
Town winners last round over Patrician brothers Fairfield on the end of a push on that scrum. And will come up with the ball. And of course, the side they're playing, St Gregorys College of Campbelltown. What a list of stars that have come through that college. In more recent times, Trent Barrett, Russell Richardson, Matt Sears, Jason Taylor, Simon Benetti. Going way back to the days of Jack Gibson as a school student. Tim Sheens. Blacktown 30 away from their own line. Inside pass, finding half a chance there for Whiteside, but coming across did well. I think on the last tackle has gone right down the throat of Howell. That's the left winger that came into centre field, David Howell. And Matt Primmer, the other winger, goes from dummy half. That doesn't happen too often in a match of football. 45 metres away from the Blacktown line. Butcher. The right side with Bag. 30 metres away from the Blacktown line. It's got a scent this match that it's going to be seesawing throughout the second half. Right now it's with St Gregorys, the attacking opportunity. Mullins playing it 25 metres away. Michael Howell taking on Paulo. The flick around the back was adventurous, fielded by Butcher. 10 out from the line on the 5th tackle. And Mullins, is there an overlap there? It comes wide. It wasn't the best of passes there for Potter. He was able to keep it alive, but Lewis was ruled offside. Penalty Blacktown.
Penalty for being in front of the first man, okay?
And you'll find there the ball just came off Luke Hessian and then bounced forward. So it was an accidental offside, but nonetheless, if we just see this last play, big cutout pass there by Mullins. Here it comes, just back, bounces off Hessian, and then ball's taken and obviously offside.
Losing a chance there, St Greg's. The Tuamai got the knees pumping there before the line.
It was almost a goose step, that one, as well.
Looking for another gear, which I don't think was there. He knew that was his last hit up before going to the bench. And now Lestrange. They go with Linda and then Martinez. Back for Paulo. 40 metres from the St Greg's line. He's a slight lock forward, you've got to say, David Martinez, but he's been good with the ball today.
He's very skillful. That was a good ball. He just popped around the corner. Makes nothing in heart.
Lestrange, line side. Martinez is with it again. 25 metres away. Well, that has travelled forward. Pop-up toaster pass. Matt Cameron not happy with that play, the coach of Blacktown.
Okay, Greg's loose and free.
A little shake of the head there from the coach. Probably not what's required when you're leading by 2 points. Sort of catch-up footy stuff.
Stay away. Stand take you loose. Ball is out.
Haven't won the cup since '93, St Greg's. looking to stay alive here. Actually, the only handling error in the run of play so far in the match from Blacktown. They were taken over the sideline in the first half. The first one out of the hand. Good run from Cochrane. Offload back for Vag. Tips the scales at 115 kilos. The ball's been lost in the tackle. Their big men haven't been able to make the impact they did last time out for St Greg's. Players like Nathan Vag.
Yeah, we saw Nathan Vag score a barnstorming try, trampled over 1,000 defenders. Hasn't had the opportunity, as you said, as he had in the last game. I think Blacktown may have been aware of it.
Peters ready to come back for Blacktown. Nathan Lindner. Some untidy scrums today. Martinez standing out at 5'8".
Just on the scrum, St Greg's, they've on a couple of occasions almost pushed Blacktown off it. They obviously do a lot of scrummaging at training. It's something we don't see very often in the game. It can be handy though if you can get one without against the head.
Junior Paulo. Oh, some heavy work there. Vag was up with Butcher. He's a good player too. Very solid, the number 9 for St Greg's. Be surprised if he leads the tackle count. 35 metres away, Blacktown leading by 2 points. They're going the right side with Martinez. Now comes over the top to lock up the ball. Masters was low in defence. 5th tackle. And Mowbray will kick. 25 metres out. The bomb, the pressure on Potter. In the end, not much pressure at all because the Chasers allowed him to take the ball uncontested.
It was the right idea. Probably the kick just a little too deep. Didn't allow Wolves. We see lifting again. It's twice now Blacktown have been involved in. Oh, same mistake comes from St Greg's. Blacktown the opportunity.
That could be a fateful error. Oh, St Greg's running the ball away from their own goal line. And that is the cold drop. The side is under pressure. .15 away from the line. And it comes up with Jardina. The inside pass from Mowbray. They may have been attempting the strip on Mowbray. He's able to keep it alive. Paulo, bit of pressure. Almost back to the 30-metre line. I think Paulo will be looking for the Mowbray offload again. Jardina, and away with Whiteside. Lukashin around the legs. Jardina. Infield it comes. Albert Peters. 3 defenders there to meet Peters front on. But this is sort of the championship rounds now. You're defending your line, you're down by 2. Paulo runs it back towards the posts. Hal's there over the top again. Lestrange. Able to pass up for Lindner. Scored a try before half-time. Last play here in this set. And from dummy half, Lestrange goes, pops the pass up. Well, that's travelled forward. Yeah, good decision there by Lewis. There's certainly no advantage to St Greg's in the change over 5 metres out.
Well, that off for St Greg's there. If Blacktown could have rolled that into the in goal and got another repeat set, may have been too much for St Greg's to defend against. To their credit, they hung on. Now bring the ball out.
On their own 20. St Greg's down by 2. 30-metre line, 2 tries to 1-2. Of course, when you get these tight matches, you have to keep track of the try tallies. Steve Rogers watches on. Sharks boss. Mullins heading across field for Howell. Defence there in the form of Chihuahua. And they're on halfway, and that is the 5th tackle. Finding it tough getting out of their own territory in this half. Mullins, his kick. Mowbray's got it well and truly covered. Back from the 10-metre line. Mowbray lines up and gets around David Howell and then almost over the sideline. Took a little bit of risk. Made his side an extra 15 metres, Stephen Mowbray.
There's a good run from Mowbray. Would have had his coach biting his fingernails. Probably not what's required when you're in front. Probably preferred just to take it up and take the tackle.
Yet again, it seems as if he's made 2 hit-ups for every other player's 1. Lestrange, 40 metres away and offering a short pass that time. Scott offloads around the corner for Lestrange. Some promising play here for Blacktown. 5th tackle, 25 metres away from the St Greg's line. Lindner, he'll try that bomb again. Perhaps directed at the winger. No, it'll go down the throat of Potter again. And Potter's equal to the task yet again. 5 out from his own line.
Good to see the Blacktown aren't just resting on their laurels now and trying to close up the game. They're still attacking. They realise there's a long way to go. 2 points probably won't be enough to get them home. St Greg's, though, they're defending very well.
St Greg's find themselves coming away from their own 20 again. A little bit too familiar for them. Primmer got a pass away for Christian. Chance down this right side with Hessian. Lovely cover defence from Whiteside, the second rower. Beautiful tackle. That ball, not that flash. Fitzpatrick went over his head. He's got it again now, Fitzpatrick. This tackle 42 metres away from the Blacktown line, but it's been pretty much the story of the half. 5 tackles, just get inside Blacktown's half and then have to kick. The bomb from Howe. Is there a mix-up at the back? They fly through. One of the St Greg's players hit the ground hard. He's been penalised for offside.
Okay,
he's got a headache.
He's going to take the ball.
And he's conceded a penalty.
Yeah, it seems unfair. I think he's got him for charging at the Blacktown winger. I don't know whether that was the case. He threw his body on the line to try and get the football. He says looking at the ball and went up and down. It was David Howe.
Pause, 8 points to 6. Patrician brothers leading St Gregory's College, Campbelltown. Back with a penalty for Blacktown. David Howe penalised for that challenge. Although certainly went right at the ball, but he went at it at great velocity.
You'd have to say very unfair. If it wasn't a penalty for being offside, it's very harsh. That's what you expect of your wingers. That's what you want from them, to put their body on the lines like that. It's hard to get them to do it. He gave everything he had.
Peters will play. They're 15 metres inside their own half. 8-6 at half-time. Midway through this second half now, no change. Michael Howe makes the tackle front on. Nice when you make a prediction before a match and it happens, rather than get your 30-0 scoreline. Jardina back inside for Mowbray. Cochrane hangs on in defence. Lestrange at dummy half. Going the left with Couchy. 5th tackle. He's playing the football between the 20s now. Lindner's kick. Back to the wing of Matt Primmer. And no play at the ball for Matt Primmer. So St Greg's get a scrum feed, 15 away from their own line. What a battle.
Well, it is an arm wrestle indeed. A lot's going to rely on the halfbacks from both sides. Both very good kicking games have been active today. As we see just there, a good kick from Nathan Linder. Puts him in good field position.
Take it, the kick go. Okay, we've got a scrum here. Nice and steady. No, ease off, guys, okay, and you get barefoot, Blacktown, sorry, guys.
St Gregory's the only school in the Cup's history to win in 3 straight years. That was 89, 90 and 91. So, as we mentioned earlier, it's been 7 years since they last won the title. Now the 8 times Cup champions. Here's Howe, their skipper. 3rd year in the Cup side. Inside their own half. Martinez was around the legs. And then Mullins for Christian. Some flat passing coming up for Fitzpatrick. On halfway. To the right. Mullins tries to chip over the top. Getting covered there by Kerr. Mowbray's come up with the ball and is away. Stephen Mowbray, Blacktown fullback. It's inside St Greg's half.
Very good work there by Mowbray. He had the opportunity to give it on his left here to the Jardina. He elected to, I suppose, be conservative, hold the ball, and they're on the attack again.
Well, the communication that time by Kerr, the winger, too, with Mowbray. Ran a bit of a shield. Paulo's put that one down. And Luke didn't get a hand on it, or in fact, he almost lost his head as he went for the ball. Little Alan Luke. And to finish this chip from Mullins, and Kerr's the number 2, pulls out, got the call from Mowbray. Mowbray weaved his way back inside St Greg's half. And then once Paulo lost the ball, Luke was able to clean up. And now that's been put down by Foran. Oh, geez, St Greg's.
We've got a double lock on, okay. The second one was nullified. We've got a Blacktown losing food.
Just when they had a bit of field position for a set of 6, they come up with the early error. So this scrum.
Get up, okay? So every scrum, guys, we've said who's got the loose. Nothing's changed. Take it straight down off the up. In you go.
Scrum 42 metres away from the St Greg's line. Paulo stands up at 5'8". Enright runs straight at Christian. Won't be long before Paulo cracks them right open. He's had plenty of attempts. That ball's been lost by Couchy. Getting a little sloppy.
Blacktown have lost control of that ball. We've got a Campbelltown loose.
There to be one at 8-6 to Blacktown.
Seen a pretty mistake-free game so far. Just a bit of frustration creeping in now from both sides. Very tight, only 2 points in it. Now St Gregory's opportunity.
Back rowers, get in. Back rowers, hold it down. Get in, you get in. Okay, we're not waiting for you anymore.
Allen's the halfback.
Ball is
He's
out.
a boarder from Wagga at St Gregory's. This is up the way there of Hessian. He comes all the way from the Gold Coast. In the St Greg side. Plenty of out-of-towners. Matt Primmer inside Blacktown's half. Trailing by 2. Howe. Man of the match last time out. Ball has gone through their hands. Let go there for Masters. 35 from the line. They want to keep attacking that blind side. Howe back for Butcher. 20 metres away. Ben Rogers got across there and cover for Blacktown. Here's the chance they've been sweating on. Mullins, Fitzpatrick, then for Christian. 15 metres away from the line. Hessian, then back for Primmer. Not sure whether Hessian was intended for that previous pass. There looked to be a knock on. Christian tries the grubber. And Mowbray's, he's done plenty of times today, safe as the last line.
Well, I think justice was done there. I think for sure there was a little knock on there. The ball was flicked back. It wasn't expected. It's knocked forward, but it's Blacktown. They've been saved again by their defence. Here it is again. We'll just see the ball. It's flicked back by Primmer. Yeah, I believe it was knocked forward there by Luke Hessian. Wasn't picked up by either the touch judge or the referee. Didn't matter in the end.
Blacktown, there was a fumble there from O'Byrne, and in fact he's lost it. Stephen O'Byrne, running the ball back from inside the 20, has lost the football. It swings back the way of St Greg's. They'll get a scrum feed. And a full set of 6 to attack the Blacktown line.
He might have had a look at Howell, who was coming up to put the big hit on. It was just enough for him to take his eye off the ball. And put it down and give St Greg's a great opportunity here.
Blood been pretty obvious there for Blacktown. Well, here's the chance. Alan Luke, 5 metres away from the line. St Greg's trailing by 8 points to 6. Christian, a dummy half. Coming up there for Cochrane. And across with Howell and offloading for Potter. He hit men on his outside and ran it back towards the posts. Butcher, they come left, but maybe a tackle late. Now the scramble is on for Blacktown. It's been a while since they've had to defend their own line. Comes back, Michael Howell. Long ball, Christian. Even longer still on the bounce for Hessian. Coming back infield, Kerrs missed him. It comes the way of Primmer. Trying to stand up his man, he's done that. Primmer gets over, ran straight round over Peters, and Matt Primmer has put his side in front. The drums are beating, they are celebrating now. St Greg's, they're back in front at 10-8.
Well, it wasn't flashy, the ball just went wide. It looked like nothing was on. They thought Albert Peters had it covered out here. They just put it through the hands. Even a lack of communication. Christian puts it on, it goes to ground here. Picked up by Hessian, throws another cutout pass. Now Primmer, there's nothing to it. Bit of a goose step, bit of a shuffle, and gets around Albert Peters and improves the football. Makes it very easy for his goal kicker.
And once he put the ball down, he went into warp speed. In his celebrations, he really put the foot down. But it's good work from Primmer, one-on-one. Shows him up. He's a boy from Dapto, Matt Primmer. Maybe the most vital try he scored in his young life, and watch him go after he scored. Power set. Christian, second kick, the first one from the touchline of beauty. He used the breeze just perfectly. This one he might have to swing it from the right. Daniel Christian, he's gone at that left upright and straight at it. Boy, has he aimed at it. No points though. His team in front by 2, 10-8 to St Greg's. Head eye deck, Daniel Christian. Now Blacktown find themselves behind. It is quarter-final action. They don't want to leave anything in the tank right now. Here's the try scorer, Matt Primer. Still a bit of time left. St Greg's up by 10 points to 8. 2 tries all. Hessian to play it on the 30-metre line. Butcher. This will be a return to the glory days if St Greg's win here. Nathan Vag away for Potter. And Potter inside Blacktown's half, no support. Mowbray able to make the tackle. It was a stumbling Potter at the finish. Up to the right with Christian. Peters in defence with Lestrange. They have really lifted since the try. St Greg's, Michael Howe. They're suddenly running freely. That ball around the back. Lewis has travelled forward. May have been on the advice of the touch judge. Door opens again just slightly for Blacktown.
I was about to say what a great set of 6 it was for St Greg's. Could have understood them just taking the ball under their wing and marching it forward for the kick, but they threw it around to their peril on this time.
Blacktown trailing by 2. Mowbray's up in the line and dealt with there by Nathan Vag. He's the South Australian in the side for St Gregorys, Nathan Vag, order from Adelaide. Now with Peters, Paulo. I think he's been close to the best player out there. Junior Paulo. Peters, infield, Jardina and O'Byrne. 29 from the line. Howe is there in defence. Lestrange, their skipper for Lindner, one of their try scorers. Chihuahua at the finish. Last tackle, 20 metres away from the line. Lestrange has taken off, has kicked for himself. It's been fielded by Howe. That's David Howe on the wing. And Lestrange, I think, well, I'm sure he would like that last play over again. It may be perhaps one more chance for Blacktown before full time.
Blacktown really needed a repeat set there, didn't they, down this end? Got ahead of St Greg's, though. Great defence. Really come good in the second half. A lot of pressure on Blacktown. They work it out from their own end, though. Playing no mistake football in this set.
Speaking of players who've lifted in the second half, Sean Chris Potter, he's having a stormer. Ran them off their own line just a couple of tackles ago. He's having a great second half.
They're tidied up very well at the back there when the ball's been on the ground. Also sniffing around his forwards, getting some good offloads, taking the ball forward well.
Great set of 6 for St Greg's. Mullins kicks deep. St Greg's leading by 10 points to 8 and headed for the final 60 seconds of this quarter-final. Now Lewis has got a caution here, I think, for Alan Luke.
Come out.
Going to be called out, Alan Luke for St Greg's.
Sorry. Don't want to swing an arm. Okay. Yes, it was. I see it as a swinging arm.
Lewis rules the penalty to Blacktown. It'll give them some metres, but that's all. It'll soak up a bit of time as far as St Greg's are concerned. Luke was about the 3rd man in. It was a swinging arm before his too. So Lestrange, this is it. We'll use the expression last throw of the dice many times, but for these blokes, for many of them, it really is. Their last year at school, their last seconds in this quarter-final. It's sudden death. Back for Scott. 15 away from the line. Finished to a quarter-final. Lestrange is a dummy half. His side trailing by 2. Paulo deserves to score. Martinez now 5 from the line. Luke's got it. And Hal there to assist with Masters. Scott scored the first try of the day. Short pass there for Chihuahua. Still 5 metres out. 20 seconds remaining in this quarter-final. Lindner. Jardina is wide. Linder's decided to kick, and it's come the way of the winger. St Greg's are with it. Primer will play it, and it's game over for Blacktown.
Well, that was a big decision from Lindner. It wasn't the last tackle. They have plays out here, Blacktown, but he elected to, you can't blame him, he elected to go for the kick, was hoping to find ground. There's the ball game. So Huda goes in the background.
St Gregorys College of Campbelltown, the anguish on the Blacktown players and more relief on the St Greg's faces. They are through to the semi-finals, and it is a return to the glory days. They haven't won the title since '93. They're through to the final four, defeating Patrician Brothers Blacktown by 10 points to 8.
Coming up for you very shortly, we have the second of our new Gregorys Cup matches here at Marathon Stadium. Blacktown High from the Illawarra region will take on Parramatta Maras. What about a round of applause for both teams who took part in the first game here this afternoon? A win for St Gregorys over the Patrician Brothers. Well done to both teams.
And our Kellogg's Nutrigrain player of the match, plenty of pats on the back for the number 7 Riley Mullins, winning the $100. They live to fight another day. Next